What up, friendos? My name is Hutch. I make videos and put them on the internet. And today's gameplay that I'm showing you guys right now, that's on your screen right in front of you, is without a doubt the craziest gameplay I've gotten in Black Ops 4 so far. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought most of you would want to see primarily Blackout content from me, but it seems like a lot of you guys have been asking me in the Twitch chat and in the YouTube comments to post some actual gameplay from MP. So I decided to play a little bit more this last week, and then this happened. Starts off a little slow, and then it picks up, and it just pretty much does not. Like, the ending of this is fucking nuts, and I think you guys will know what I'm talking about when you see it. Yeah, I wanted to say also a big thank you to those of you guys that left comments. To those of you guys that are on different ends of the political spectrum than I am, those of you who left comments, supportive comments on last week's video where I talked about how I got into politics. If you guys haven't watched that, I can link that down in the description below, so you can check it out and maybe come back after you've watched it, or you can just watch this. It's up to you. But I wanted to say thank you to those of you guys who maybe disagree with me on policy or on our view of certain politicians and whether or not they should be in the positions of power that they're in. Yet, so many of you guys still told me, you know, I think it's totally natural that you're interested in politics. I'm interested in politics too, and I like hearing people discuss these issues, even people that disagree with me. You guys are the real MVPs, and I appreciate that. I found that the older I get and the more entrenched in my own views that I get, the more I'm listening to people that I disagree with than I am to people that I agree with. Like, these days, I'm listening to way more Ben Shapiro than I am Pod Save America, and I do not enjoy what Ben Shapiro has to say for the most part. And yeah, there were a lot of you guys that sort of shared that point of view that there's value in listening to people that you disagree with. I ended up having a conversation with Destiny on Twitch. He does YouTube videos as well. You can just search Destiny and you'll find him. He does a lot of political stuff. I discovered who he was probably like last year, around the whole time that the thing with JonTron happened, when him and JonTron got in a debate, and then that debate sort of blew up and a lot of eyes were on it from YouTube VODs and things like that. So I became aware of him a long time ago, and him and I line up on most things, but we still managed to have like a really interesting conversation the other day live on stream for like 3.5 hours. And it was nice for me, man, because none of my friends in the gaming space really are as interested in politics as I am. Some of them are mildly interested and they keep themselves reasonably informed. And then other people just want nothing to do with it. They don't really like talking about it. It doesn't really capture their interest. And it's like the analogy that I made talking about, like, I wouldn't shit on them for liking football or something. So if I'm in a Discord call with a bunch of my gaming friends and they're discussing some big game that happened, I'm not going to sit there and be like, ugh, can we talk about something else? And because of that, like, I don't put up any kind of a fuss that they don't want to talk about the things that I want to talk about normally. It's just the case that I don't really ever get to have an outlet where I can discuss these things. So it was a lot of fun to just sit there and shoot the shit with someone who obsessively follows this stuff as much as I do. So I'm thinking about just uploading that entire VOD to this channel in the coming week here. Maybe I'll edit it down and just do the highlights, but I do think it was a particularly interesting conversation. If you guys in the chat right now or in the comments right now are from across the aisle, then maybe you would want to take a gander at what people who disagree with you are saying about the way that things are going these days. But it was fun, man. I literally never get to talk about these things. Like, my family, we don't discuss politics. My father's a pretty conservative guy, and everybody else in my family is pretty non-political. Maybe like a little political, but really not too much at all. And it's like I said, like, I have some friends that I can discuss these things with, but the nature of my job, you know, being able to make my own hours is like I get to decide to wake up at 5:45 a.m. to watch some congressional hearing or something like that. And if I want to make time to read up on some big story that's dropping, I can just make the time to do that. Most people have a traditional 9-to-5 job or a job that requires them to be at a certain place at a certain time for a particular amount of hours. I don't have that burden to worry about. And so it ends up being the case that I get to just make a lot of time for this. And so when I try to have conversations with people, most of the time it's with people that haven't had the same kind of time to invest that I have. So to just sit down and shoot the shit with someone who has that sort of time and has the same level of interest was totally fun. Originally, like in the last year, or the last couple years since I've become much more engaged with political stuff, I've kind of told myself that I want to maybe leave that out of the YouTube space. But honestly, man, I've been trying to fight it for too long, and this is the thing that really gets me going in the morning. Like, this is the thing that I'm most interested in, and so I think it would be kind of weird if I didn't somehow incorporate that into this YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys still like to keep an open mind, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Thanks for watching.
Go back.